Hey everybody, it's Friday and we've made it to the end of another, I've got a scratch, busy week. Busy week, might I add. Those videos from yesterday and the day before were, let's just be honest, they were terrible. They were very short. I just wanted to make sure that I got my video in there and spend a little bit of time with you guys because that's what I love to do. But let's just face it, they were terrible videos. Just to give you an idea of the madness that goes on is I had a training that I had to complete today. We do continual education and training just like most any other job. So we had a training that I had to finish today that was about meetings. And it's funny because I had to complete this training about before to the end of today, before Monday, because Monday I have a meeting to go over the meeting training about meetings and how to conduct me. So it's a meeting, it's like meeting inception. It's like meeting on top of a meeting. So that gives you an idea of how my life works sometimes. It literally is a training about a meeting that's going to be a meeting about meetings in regards to trainings. It's ridiculous. But, I mean, I guess there's some bit of education to be learned from learning how to conduct meetings. But when you've been doing it as long as I have, it really just didn't come across as much for me to learn on that. Because most all of that I already do or have handled previously. So, not a big shocker. Also today, I kept hearing this random knocking. And I was like, what is this coming from? There was somebody at my front door knocking away, these two kids. They were going door to door selling candy or nuts and fruit and stuff for a school fundraiser. And I was just shocked. I've told you guys before, I live in the middle of nowhere. Literally in the middle of nowhere. My closest neighbor on either side is quite a distance away. And so I don't typically see or hear people at my house ever. So hearing the knocking really threw me off, and so I walked outside and I didn't see a car and I was so confused. And I looked around the corner and there they were, just two kids standing there selling their wares for school, selling it for, I think, FFA or, and I know one of them was for soccer. And I'm just not used to seeing that. I'm not used to seeing people, especially people selling things that are young, walking. They walked to my house from their house, and that's a pretty good walk, I will say, from where they live to here. And I didn't even know they lived in the neighborhood. As long as I live here, I don't ever see kids. The school bus does drive down the road, but it never stops. So I didn't even know there were kids that lived in the neighborhood, let alone on my road or in my neighborhood. So that was news to me. I learned something new today. I also ordered a box of like cashews for like $12. Yeah, it's a little pricey, but it's for a good cause, right? I couldn't turn it down. They were good kids. They were nice. So I went ahead and bought it. I broke down and just told them, I was like, yeah, I'll go ahead and buy some. So excited to know that they came back by because I didn't have any cash. I never keep cash on me. I didn't have any cash handy, and I knew I had some stored somewhere in the house. So I told them, I said, just stop back by on the way through to pick up your money. And when I did, I asked them, I said, how's your sales going? Oddly enough, in their near 2-mile walk to the main road from my house to the end, they managed to actually make some more sales. So that was kind of exciting. I was really impressed that they actually got some. So yeah, that happened. I'm not used to that. Usually the only people that come are people from church or religious organizations, and those are super rare that they come out. I do see the fire department at least once a year. They come around asking for donations because our fire department is a volunteer fire department, and so they do run pretty much on donations and some county funding as well. So I don't see it very often. It was different. But kind of cool, actually. If I'd have known, I would have probably put out candy for once for trick-or-treaters. Because they were young enough that they could probably still get away with trick-or-treating. Which is weird because, again, I've lived in this house for, oh gosh, 13 years, 14 years, something like that. And I've never had trick-or-treaters that I did not know. My friends used to bring their kids over and they would trick-or-treat, but I knew they were coming, so I just stood at the door with a bowl of candy and gave it all to them. But, wow, people in the neighborhood, not used to that. Not used to that many people around. But yeah, that was kind of neat. That was my morning so far. Other than that, it's been pretty good. As you can tell, I'm in a better mood. I'm not pulling my hair out. I do have chunks of hair missing where no, just kidding, I don't. But I feel like I should have chunks of hair missing where it has just been so stressful this week. I really approached today with the idea that I'm going to make this stress-free as possible and just kind of chill and relax and kick back. And by golly, that's what I'm doing. I'm not in a rush. If I don't get it done, it don't get done. That's kind of where my mindset is today. It's already 2 o'clock, so my day is well over half done, and I still have quite a bit that needs to be done, and I'm not stressing it. I don't really care. I'm just at that point where I'm like, if it's done, it's done. If it's not, oh well, no big loss, right? I can make it up somewhere else. Next week's calendar is looking a lot thinner, thank goodness, thanks to the holiday. Monday, I do have that meeting about meetings, so there's that. But the rest of the week is fairly clear, which is kind of exciting to think about. I might actually be able to, I don't know, run the vacuum at least once through the day. So that's where I stand right now. I just finished my lunch, and I am ready to take this day on so we can get on to tomorrow. Tomorrow is exciting, tomorrow and Sunday, because tomorrow and Sunday will be Christmas lights day. I'm super ready to start getting all that done. All these Christmas lights get to go up. And I am ready for it because I've got a lot to put together and a lot to get done still. And having 2 full days to do it will be awesome to get all that done. I still have another 10-foot tall tree to put up, as well as a about 6-foot tall tree that needs to go up. I need to touch up some of the lights on the perimeter. I still have yet to find somebody to do the lights on the roof. So I've got to scrounge to find somebody to come do that over the course of the weekend or next week, before next weekend, because I would like to light all the lights next weekend in celebration, because when you put this much work into it, you really want the lights to be on as much as possible. And that's where it is. And again, I live in the middle of nowhere, right? I live on a very small... Actually, before I bought the house or moved into the house, I think like 2 or 3 years prior, it was still like a gravel road. So that tells you where I live a little bit. But now it's paved and people do come and go. Obviously, I have kids in the neighborhood now. And people travel through here quite a bit. And when they do the lights, a lot of people word travels and they will come and drive along in front of the house and look at everything, which is kind of fun. So looking forward to getting the lights put up and enjoying a peaceful, relaxing weekend. Here's to that. Here. So with that being said, let's get Friday over with so we can move on to some fun. I look like I'm fixing to tell you a scary story. Once upon a dark and stormy night. My dark and scary voice is not very dark and scary. I apologize for the lack of fear that you may have just experienced. So it is, again, another 6:30 evening, and I should have been out of here 30 minutes ago. But I couldn't get out of here because I got too much that had to be done. Bleh. But it's Friday. It's over and done. Yes. That's exciting. So I'm done for the week. I get to enjoy 2 glorious days. And then I get to come back next week, and I get to have 3 glorious days off next week because of the holiday. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I love it. Absolutely love it. That was my really bad imitation of partly of an English accent, so don't judge me on that one. But I'm excited. I'm going to go in the other room and veg on the couch because I think I decided instead of cooking, I'm going to go out to eat tonight. Mostly because I just don't really feel like messing up the kitchen. And I'm lazy. Y'all know that. So there's that. I'm excited that it's Friday and it's over. That's just the biggest thing. I've been looking forward to it not being a work day for at least 5 days. So Yeah, it's Friday. Did I mention that? So, there's that. Anywho, I am wrapping it up. Again, this is another sorry excuse for a video, and I apologize. If it makes you feel any better, I can dance for you. Does that make it better? Does this make this a little more... Does this make this a better video if I do this? Okay, my dancing skills suck too. What can I say? I really have no talent. I can sing a little, but y'all don't want to hear that either. So, I guess I'm wrapping it up. I'm calling it done. I will see you guys on the other side. Till tomorrow.